This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
We begin at 4 with breaking news out of South St. Louis County. Right now, police are investigating a triple shooting on Chalet Hill Drive in Oakville. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn. Officers responded to a call for multiple people hurt around 1 this afternoon, and law enforcement just told 5 on your side 2 people are dead. 5 on your side's Annie Krall is in Oakville now with the very latest. Annie?
Well, exactly, Kay. At about 1:15 today, St. Louis County Police got a call that there was a shooting. In fact, it involved 3 victims here on Chapel Hill Drive. Unfortunately, 2 people are dead, police just confirmed. One of them died near here at the Black Forest Hills Apartments, and then another was transported to the hospital. It's an unfortunate situation. Of course, drivers are being urged to stay away from this area, considering the police are still doing an active investigation. If they need to, there are going to be closed off parts of the street on Baumgartner Hill. That's being blocked off right now by police. Of course, they continue to say that things are more complicated with schools getting out early this afternoon right now. In fact, Oakville High School is just about 5 minutes from here and going on a secure status earlier today, and they had a delayed end of day release because of everything that's happening here, but that was lifted closer to about 2:30. Police aren't sure how many suspects they're looking for. They do believe that there were 2 groups who were involved and 2 cars as well.
The vehicle left the scene. There was a vehicle that left the scene, but we're not sure, and I don't want to be able to put that out there because we're not exactly sure on the color. There was somebody on this side that saw from their window the commotion going on in the cul-de-sac, and then they called 911. Who ended up coming over here?
Now, again, police aren't sure how many cars were involved at this scene, and they aren't sure what the color is, as you just heard, but they are definitely making sure to look around this Black Forest Apartments. In fact, I've just seen them going door to door, talking to neighbors, asking them for security camera footage, doorbell footage, anything to help them understand a little bit better exactly what happened, and we will continue to do the same. Reporting live in Oakville, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Annie. We'll continue to update you on this breaking news as we get more information. Anyone with information can call Crime Stoppers anonymously. That number is 866-371-TIPS. Right now, St. Louis police are looking for a teen murder suspect. The 17-year-old escaped from his cell at the St. Louis Juvenile Detention Center Saturday night. Video surveillance showed him rolling under a security gate in the parking garage. Police aren't sharing his name because he's a minor, but he's charged with second-degree murder. Police accuse him of shooting and killing a young man outside a market in North St. Louis back in October.
Our members of the Asian community right now are getting hit with burglaries. So we are trying to warn them so that they can be more aware of their surroundings.
St. Louis County Police say members of the Asian community are the latest target of a burglary trend. Police say it's primarily happening in West St. Louis County. Thieves are taking jewelry and large amounts of cash. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live at County Police Headquarters with new details about these crimes. Diamond?
Well, Kay, in the span of 2 weeks, police say that 7 burglaries occurred involving Asian people. And they say at this moment that they don't have anyone in custody, but they are urging people in the Asian community to be aware of their surroundings. Now, from January 13th to the 30th, St. Louis County Police say that primarily in the West County area, that's where these 7 burglaries happen. The department says the criminals are targeting people by following them home from work, looking for cash, jewelry, or other valuables. Police are encouraging people to be aware of their surroundings, place valuables in a safe, install security cameras, and communicate with neighbors to be on the lookout for suspicious vehicles.
It's primarily homes that are being burglarized at this point, but businesses have also been victimized in the past. Every couple of years, we'll see something like this where a theft ring will come into our area and specifically target these groups, and that's what we're seeing again right now. So while we've mostly had residences hit at this point, we also want people to be aware that there are businesses that could be hit as well.
Coming up at 6 p.m., we will hear from Asian business owners who say they just want these crimes to stop. Now, there are detectives on each one of these burglaries, but again, there are no suspects in custody. If you have any information, you are urged to call 636-529-8210. Reporting live.
June 8th is the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, and nearly 44,000 people die of breast cancer in the U.S. every year. Thanks to the efforts of Komen, Missouri, those numbers are getting smaller.
When my breast cancer was found, it was found at a stage 0. And that's the stage where it's considered to be curable.
Komen, Missouri client Paris Chapman has learned that a stage 0 cancer diagnosis was not necessarily good news.
A picture of me after my mastectomy in the hospital.
Instead, the Hazelwood resident places her faith elsewhere.
This is my collage of my support system, which consists of my best friend, all of my family, and just people who are very, very important in my life.
Paris also got support from Komen, Missouri. The support she received after her breast cancer diagnosis was financial, physical, and more.
With the transition, the body imagery that, the depression I was dealing with, I needed help. And that's how I found my counselor.
To date, Susan G. Komen has invested nearly $1.1 billion in breast cancer research. Komen has collaborated with more than 2,000 world-renowned breast cancer researchers, leading to more than 3,100 research discoveries.
Here's the cancer. Right.
The funding goes to researchers like Dr. Amelia Gastuniati at Washington University in St. Louis.
So here in this grant, we're leveraging this cutting-edge technology of artificial intelligence to help better assess the risk of breast cancer development among Black women.
Paris says the numbers don't always paint an accurate picture.
Kind of like a before and after. I'm a much happier person.
I can tell.
Thank you.
Komen has helped reduce the breast cancer mortality rate by 43% since 1989. For more information about breast cancer support, resources, or financial assistance, anyone can connect with a culturally responsive navigator at 1-877-GO-KOMEN or helpline at komen.org. We've also got a link to register for the Komen More Than Pink Walk in the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. Senators say they've reached a bipartisan agreement that imposes tougher immigration and asylum laws. Could Republicans in the House now block the measure that's been in the works for years? And we're celebrating Black History Month at 5 on Your Side. Join us for our Black History Shaping St. Louis event Thursday, February 22nd at the Missouri History Museum. There's a happy hour at 5. The program starts at 6:30. 5 on Your Side's Kelly Jackson and Brent Solomon will be moderating. The event is free. No registration is required. You can read more about Black history in St. Louis on KSDK.com. For a link, just text the word history to 314-425-5355.